book of beginnings, introducing Genesis. Genesis is the first book in the Bible, meaning beginnings or origins. It tells stories about the start of everything, including the world and humanity. Genesis sets the scene for all the books that follow. It shows God's power as the creator and his desire for a relationship with humanity. Many core beliefs, like human nature, sin, and redemption, stem from Genesis. Its stories like creation, Adam and Eve, and Noah's Ark are universally known. Genesis explores universal human questions about origins and purpose. It speaks to the human condition and shapes how people view the world. Understanding Genesis helps us understand the larger narrative of the Bible. The book of Genesis opens with a story of creation. God created the heavens and the earth. Over 6 days, He made the sky, land, seas, plants, trees, sun, moon, stars, birds, fish, and animals. After each act of creation, God saw that it was good. Finally, God created human beings in His own image. Adam and Eve were placed in the Garden of Eden. They were to care for the garden with one restriction: not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A serpent tempted Eve. Eve and Adam ate the forbidden fruit. Their disobedience, known as the fall, broke their relationship with God. They were expelled from Eden, introducing hardship and death. This story explains the origin of sin and its consequences. It highlights the importance of trust and obedience. The narrative sets the stage for humanity's struggle with sin. It also hints at the need for redemption. Life outside Eden became difficult for Adam and Eve. Their son Cain killed his brother Abel, showing sin spread. As generations passed, humanity grew more wicked, filling the earth with violence. God grieved over human corruption and decided to cleanse the earth with a flood. Noah, a righteous man, found favor with God. God instructed Noah to build an ark to save his family and pairs of every animal. Noah obeyed, and the flood waters rose. The flood covered the earth, destroying all life outside the ark. After months, the waters receded, and the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. God made a covenant with Noah, promising never to destroy all life with a flood again. He set a rainbow in the sky as a sign of this covenant. This marked a new beginning for humanity and the earth. The story of Noah shows God's judgment on sin and His mercy. It highlights His commitment to His creation and the hope of preservation. Noah's story is one of hope emerging from disaster. It underscores the importance of righteousness and obedience to God. The narrative sets the stage for God's ongoing relationship with humanity. It also introduces the concept of covenants foundational to the Bible's larger story. The book of Genesis has left a lasting mark on our world. Its themes and stories are woven into many cultures, influencing art, music, and literature. Ideas about creation, human purpose, and moral choices often echo Genesis. Legal systems have drawn from its principles of justice. The concept of a day of rest has roots in the creation account. Even those unfamiliar with its religious beliefs know its narratives. Genesis addresses fundamental questions about origins and human nature. It remains relevant, speaking to deep human longings and questions. The stories explore themes of good and evil, meaning and purpose. For people of faith, Genesis reveals God as the powerful creator and sustainer of life. It explains the origin of sin and introduces God's plan for redemption. The promises in Genesis are foundational, pointing towards future hope. Genesis helps believers understand their place in God's larger story. It offers comfort, guidance, and theological understanding. The book's timeless messages continue to resonate, offering wisdom for every generation. Genesis remains a powerful voice speaking to the human heart.